This person said,
Yeah, it's already up.
somebody sent me.
So, all right. All right, everybody. Hey, guys. Welcome to Shoot the Shit podcast. And I'm here with Taj today. Um, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just listening.
nah,
But yo, what's up, guys? I'm Tajae. I do YouTube. I'm pretty new to it. I do videos regarding like The Last of Us Part Two, like my most highly anticipated upcoming game, and also live stream quite frequently. I like to call myself a streamer now as well, just because like I kind of daily stream low key. So yeah, I like do live streams. I make videos, and also like starting to get into video essays. So that's like the stuff I do on my channel. Yeah, appreciate you having me, bro.
yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, just so everyone gets a little background on, like, why Taj is on the show. He's one of the first YouTubers I actually follow. Obviously, I've been on YouTube for quite a while now. I started streaming, I started doing the podcast, and a lot of it was actually really inspirational seeing work come from him because, I mean, this guy, like, literally went from, I think, 5,000 subscribers to 10 in, like, a little less over 3 months. And it was fucking stellar. I mean, also, his content's great. I mean,
Yeah.
as we talk more about that, it was really badass. And, it's been really
I
cool.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Oh
it
yeah.
honestly it feels like it's still kind of like unbelievable because like when I started YouTube, like it's about to be the 27th is the year, our 1 year anniversary. And like when I started last year, I was literally like in my university like dorm room, like in my apartment, and I was like, man, I literally go to class, come home, and play these games. Like literally, I go to class, I come home, and just play the game the entire day. And I'm like, why don't I try to get productive? Like try to do something. I had no skill sets, no knowledge at all, and it was like a joke. I went ahead and got the basic stuff. Bro, I think I spent like $100 on my initial setup, and
That's dope.
I just I started, and it was honestly very bad. Like I was gonna quit. It was so bad. I was like, what am I even doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know how to work Photoshop. I don't know how to edit. I barely even know how to record. Like I barely even know how to like speak into a mic, right? And I was like, what am I even doing? And then I remember, I don't know. I just kept going. You know what I mean? I just didn't quit. It was weird. It just kind of like turned, like it went from me joking around, just doing stuff to like people actually starting to watch and comment and stuff. Like slowly, and I was like, okay, and I just kept doing it, and then it just kind of rolled in. So that's how I'm just here, a YouTuber now, I guess.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, it's true. Like,
Yeah.
streaming's weird. Like, it's almost like you're talking to yourself. Like, the entire
Yeah,
time.
like I'm even recording, like I used to
Yeah.
like I'm talking to myself, people could listen to this, or like I'm live streaming, nobody's really like, it's just weird. But then now, it's like so second nature to me now. It's like natural to just do it.
Nah, I mean, facts, dude. I mean, like, seeing your streams now, too, like, fucking one, first of all, seeing him play The Last of Us is fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
We were just talking about it earlier, and he doesn't think it's that hard, but I think that's bullshit. Honestly, that game on Grounded is ridiculous. You got fucking no ammo, and this guy kills it. And you always have like excessive amount of ammo too. Like
Yeah, I've been having a lot of bullets, to be honest.
it,
I'll
it,
be loading them up
it's
for
kind
sure.
of it's kind of bullshit. I'll see you have like 15, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's like
I think it's because like the way I use, like I think since I played it so much, I know how each encounter goes. I know how to like skip encounters, but also melee most of my way through the game. Like, because I feel like if you use the bricks and bottles and fight most of the time, you can really get through things a lot better.
nah, that makes sense. I mean, like, again, like, my problem was countering in that fucking game. Like, I just could not time it right. I would miss it, or if you miss, you just die, which is,
Oh, you're trying to like throw a punch and then like, yeah, if you miss a punch, yeah, you're
yeah.
fried.
And that's
Immediately.
exactly what was happening to me like the entire game because I was mostly a melee person because like my accuracy. If
Right.
anyone's seen my shooting game streams, it's fucking awful. Um, like first of all,
I think when I shoot in The Last of Us, bro, I think I'm pretty accurate. Like
oh
sometimes I
yeah,
do
yeah,
have my
you are.
moments where like I miss, but like I feel like if you don't miss in grounded mode, you shouldn't really have much of a problem. Because like most enemies are one shot kill with the revolver and like the hunting rifle, and as long as you know how to like keep it built up with the bullet momentum, you should be like pretty straight.
No, I mean
But
that
yeah,
makes sense for sure.
yeah, but it's mostly just like know like planning ahead, like knowing the game, like I'm not explaining it. It's like you kind of know what's next. You know what I mean? So you're ready. I'm not explaining it. It's
No,
good.
no. I
I
mean,
think it's just
I was probably the same way with Resident Evil 4. What do you call it? Like Resident Evil 4 was probably the
professional.
most. Yeah, always.
Yeah,
Yeah, always.
I
Like
haven't played RE4 on professional before. I think isn't it hard? Like I ain't really
it's
tried.
pretty crazy. I mean, I think the hardest boss, in my opinion, in that realm is when you fight Krauser in his final form. Because he's just ridiculous and he's like twice as fast, I feel. And at the time, you probably just don't have as much ammo because you're just trying to fend him off as you
Right.
run through the fucking temple. So,
But
like,
honestly, RE4 that's a legendary game to be honest. Like okay, back then
mhm.
when I first played it, I was actually like mad like mad afraid. But nowadays, like actually going back and playing like the HD ports or whatnot, it's a great game. Like that game could go down in history to be honest.
I mean, they're talking about the remake there. I mean, this isn't a part of the podcast, but like when they're talking about remaking that game, a part of me says no. Because it's
I don't
like,
know how I feel about the remake for that game. You know what I mean?
no, I mean, me
I
too,
don't think it
man.
needs it. I don't
I
think it needs it.
it was if not the best out of the franchise. Outside of the recent remakes, like 2, I love 2. I
Right.
played the
It's
demo
good.
of
3 wasn't
3.
as good as 2.
See, that's what I thought because like it
Yeah.
felt the demo felt very actiony and it felt kind of like little pieces of 6 was more involved in like the curation of the
Right.
mechanics and then I was just like this is cool but 2 by far was fantastic, like definitely a great game and I
Yeah.
remember playing that shit. It
I
was
never
fun.
even. I've only played one. This might still be off task, or but
No,
I've
I
only
don't care.
played
This is
one.
great. This is what we're
Yeah,
up here for.
I've only played one major like Resident Evil title that was original, like PS1 port wise, and that was the very first one. And I played that entire game following it on YouTube because it
Mhm.
was mad. Like there's a lot of bro. That game requires a lot of brain power.
Yeah, no, that's
I don't know
fair.
if you've ever tried it, but that game is like I was younger at the time too. I think I was like probably like 13 when I did it. It's definitely like next level when it comes to like just thinking
Hmm.
and backtracking, and it's like a PS1 graphic, so you can't tell what is what. Like
Everything.
I definitely had to like.
Do I turn at this block or
Yeah,
this
yeah,
block?
it was like a it was like a gun on the floor, but like a black blob. It's like who would
Yeah.
ever see that is a gun on the ground? Yeah,
Nah,
it's
that
crazy.
that's straight facts, man. I mean, god damn it, like I don't know. Resident Evil's gone through so much shit at this point, and I'm excited to see what they do with 8. And
I think it's gonna be like a first person again, right? Like 7, I heard.
yeah, they're going. So they're gonna do basically what they did with 7, except now it's weird because at least according to the leaks, the antagonist is actually Chris Redfield for some reason.
The antagonist.
Yeah, the antagonist. Because so you still continue the story, to my understanding, as the same guy in 7, but basically the antagonist ends up being Chris Redfield for some reason. There's werewolves involved. It sounds like they're taking a hard left to hopefully get like the franchise in a different direction so they have more story.
Mhm.
But I don't know, man. Like it sounds wild. I mean, 7 was kind of like what the fuck. Like you didn't even know it even corresponded and it was canon to Resident Evil
Yes.
till you got to the
Whenever
end.
whenever
So
at the end of 7, I don't like his remodel. I don't know. I'm not really,
yeah, I mean,
I don't really feel it like that. You know what I mean?
I felt like they got the movies Chris Redfield and they're like, I think he'll look good in a game, and it's like, no.
Okay, quick
So
confession: I've never watched a Resident Evil movie ever.
like the animated ones.
Like animated ones, live action. Just I've seen parts and clips, but I've just never watched a RE movie. Like it, I don't know. It might sound pretty crazy, but I just never, I never watched one before.
I mean, the animated ones are cool. Honestly, they're better than the live action because the live action, like, they were like Easter egg movies almost. Because, like, yeah, it was set in the same universe, and if you go through each game, like, there's a specific significant enemy that comes out in the game. So everyone's like, oh, it's
Right.
Resident Evil. But, like, the story was just so, like, bad. You know, like, it just, the last movie I couldn't even bother watching. Like, but overall, like, Degeneration is probably my favorite.
Movie, the one, because I think I worked at a movie theater at the time. Wasn't it like they're like throwing fire barrels like down a huge, I don't know.
Oh,
I
in
think,
in the movie or the game?
yeah, was that the last one? The one where like it was like a ton of them. They're like throwing like fire down this like cliff. They were like in this building. I don't know.
I mean, that
I
sounds
don't know. I
like
was just
Resident Evil at some point, or 4, RE4 at some point, because I know they throw bullshit at you unless you snipe his ass.
yeah.
Because I remember remember playing the fuck out of that. But yeah, it's insane. Anyway, Resident Evil. I don't know how I feel about 8, but don't fuck with RE4.
Yeah, RE4 is legendary.
Yeah.
Hey, they might do it right because like when I think of an RE remake, I think they could like make RE4 like 3 or 2. Not literally, but like I can't imagine RE4 with bullet sponge zombies and all that. I doubt they'd do something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid they could probably mess that up, just because like the engine RE2 and 3 runs off of. It's different. So
that's fair. I mean, I don't know. Like I just remember playing RE4 for the deaths. Like I remember trying to find every possible way to die. And that was fantastic. Like, there's a whole video. I think it's like 25, 27 minutes long. Right. And you just see every death. And that was fun as shit. There's so many creative ways to die. And I don't know. I appreciated a lot of that shit. The treasure hunting was fun, too. I mean, the I don't know. They can't fuck with it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I guess once I see a trailer, we'll see. We'll see.
It might be a while, though. I imagine it to be a PS5 game.
Yeah, you're probably right. I know they said like more than likely 2021.
Did you hear about they have like a new Assassin's Creed also coming out?
You know,
that's actually being apparently is being revealed soon for the PS5. Apparently, I don't know how credible it is, but that's what they're saying.
I'm just not behind Assassin's Creed as much, man. Like there's like I love the history aspect of it.
Assassin's Creed will forever. that's a goated series. It's very slept on. Especially from the old ones. The old ones were way better than the new ones.
See, the Ezio trilogy I've heard great things about. I mean...
Yes. Noah North as Desmond Mouse, very, very good character.
And I think my problem was, like, when I played the first one, it just didn't captivate me enough to continue. Because I've heard the same thing from a lot of different people that it's fantastic.
The first one is it's a very outdated game. It's very outdated.
I mean, for it being a release title, like, it was just like, the fuck? Like...
Yeah, you know, really the second game is where it got like really like the steam and the pickup from. The only thing about the first game that you could get out of really is just the story. Like gameplay wise, I don't think it's like the greatest thing ever, but from a story standpoint, leading into 2 is perfect.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I mean, I definitely I feel like I need to give it another chance because I did play that shit when I was like 15, 16. You know,
it was forever ago.
Yeah, forever ago.
I originally played it. I think I originally played it when I was like, I want to say 7 or 8, but then I didn't finish it until I was like around the age you just stated.
Yeah.
Like 15.
No, it makes sense to me.
I love Assassin's Creed.
The first one's like a tech demo. You're not wrong. You're not
too
wrong.
Much. Not too much.
That's super hilarious.
Right.
God damn it. Anyway, so tell us more, man. I know you were gonna hit your 1-year anniversary, officially being like dedicated to YouTube, and just kind of starting your career. Where do you feel like you are, or how do you feel? I mean, it looks like it's been a long, successful year for you.
Okay. Honestly, I feel like, do you want to like break down how the year went, like in my head, how I felt it come along, or like how would you want me to break this down?
Man, you could start from the very beginning. I mean, you could, you know, like I'm interested because I mean, obviously, like at this point, like to me, like you obviously have success.
When things really started, like, when I really started seeing things like pick up, like okay, this could be actually worth my time and stuff, is because what really put me like got me kickstarted was it was like a week. Literally, I hit like a 5,000 view video like a week after starting, and it's because I don't know if you remember this original, like back when people were like Joel's a playable character or whatnot. You remember like when that first came out like last year?
Yeah, because they were showing like some video.
So, like, I don't know why, but I was just trying to find something to do a video on, just because like I wanted to do a Last of Us video, and I was like, let's see if I could like find something that nobody knows. I remember I was going through like some video that Night Dog posted in February, from like it was like a Nationals Women's Day video or something like. They're like thanking the women of the studio. I was looking like in the background, the monitors, and I saw like it was like Joel like running around. I don't think it was supposed to have been there, but you could kind of see it. And I made a video on it
in the back screen, right?
And that video is what made Tajae who Tajae is. Like, that's like, and I was like, okay, maybe I got a knack for this. And then like I came back with another one. I just kept doing it, and people started catching on and start watching and subscribing and stuff. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to start like live streaming and stuff as well, like do more gameplay type of stuff. And I had like 200 something subs, I was like, I'm gonna buy me a PC and all this other crazy stuff. And I got my first ever PC, started live streaming, and then from there, after I got the PC, where I got like all the faster renderings and all that, but it was just up, 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 and just kept going up. And then that's when I had the famous outbreak week. That's when things really blew up. My reaction to the whole trailer and all that, it was crazy.
Dude, yeah, I remember seeing your reaction video and you just fucking launched. Well, I mean, I was the same way. I was the same fucking way. I mean, like
that was a live stream actually though. Like that was live.
You did it live. Okay, I saw the archive video after. Yeah.
Yeah, it was live though. It was crazy, man. It was like that was like my biggest stream like at that point in time. That was like my biggest stream ever. I think I had like nearly 800 people in there. I had like 770 something or something like that. And it was a crazy time. It was honestly awesome. And then that's whenever like at the end of 2019 things slowed down a lot. And then that's when you found me again this year. And that's when things are like really like spiking like crazy.
Yeah, no shit. I mean,
yeah,
it's crazy to think like, I mean, because when did that fucking release title come out? Like what, 6 months from now?
The release date was like 7 months ago now. It was September 24th when that dropped.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy. It's crazy to think how far it's been.
And we still don't have the game. We're we're in April 20th of 2020. We're supposed to get it in February. Should have gotten it in May, and now we're still not getting it. Like, it's been a long road, but I can't wait. It's gonna be sweet when we finally like get our hands on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, man, me too. I mean, like, I know there's a lot of like backlash on the whole situation, and for me, like, as long as it's not like the result of like Kingdom Hearts, like, because I waited years, and I mean years for that fucking game, and it was just the ultimate letdown. Unfortunately,
I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game before.
Damn, dude, you're missing it. Well, no, not anymore. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take that back. But the first, no, man, it was awful. Like, you could just tell they didn't have a plan. Unfortunately, like they were pushing, like all the mechanics, the gameplay, everything about it is fantastic. It's just the story is just so underwhelming, and
I heard. I'm not like Kingdom Hearts 3. I actually want to play it just because like I really like Toy Story and like Pixar characters and stuff, and I was like that was a big pull-in point for me, but I still haven't got into it yet, just because I don't really like jumping into series without really knowing the entire plot or playing everything else. So I was like, you know.
So honestly, you should check it out because what's cool about Kingdom Hearts 3, it's they actually give you a video where they show you everything. Because like the thing is, you want to catch up to Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 3, they have a recap.
They have a recap basically. They do have a recap, and they explain pretty much the entire story. Because if you really want to go through every game, you got to play the mobile game.
Don't they have the
like? There's a fucking mobile game that you have to play because the mobile game is actually the official start of the game, like of the franchise and the universe. And that's the part where everyone's just kind of like, "What the fuck? Like, when did this become part of the story?" Because I mean, if I could put it in a nutshell right now, it'd still probably take me 15 minutes. And like, just explain
talk about the entire thing.
Yeah, like it's a lot, and like it's one of those things where
doesn't they have like an all like I know they're selling like a stimulus package of every single game for I think like.
So honestly, I think that's 70% off right now. So if you're down for it, I'd say get it because I mean honestly, getting all the games
forever to get through.
I mean, we got time.
Yeah, I do got time. But I know the way I like to get my platinums and stuff. Like I know I'd probably never finish.
That's pretty true, and it's pretty. There's some stuff about it that's pretty difficult, like secret bosses and doing shit a certain way.
I'd be playing that forever, hundreds of hours.
I mean, like, you'd enjoy it up until you get to 3. I'll tell you that much.
So you don't like 3? That like you don't like the latest game?
No, man. It's unfortunately like for me, like what's really cool, like you could see the growth and development of what they planned into the game. Because as you play the games, you notice the battle system changes and it evolves, and you know they start playing with different things in different games. And in this part 3, they combined it. They literally get it all the mechanics, all the gameplay. They shove it all in one fucking game, and it's beautiful.
So, do you like 3 better as a gameplay, like from a gameplay standpoint, or no? Or is it just like story-wise? You're saying
it's the story that's disappointing, but the gameplay is pretty. The gameplay is pretty fun.
Is it the last one for sure? Is it like finished?
I mean, do I spoil that or?
Oh, I mean, never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't want to.
Yeah,
You're obviously a great gamer, and I don't want to do that to you. But
yeah.
honestly, though, the gameplay is fantastic. The story, nothing beats the story, in my personal opinion, than one. And I only say that because like the way they make you think the most in part one. Because the other games are very like they're open world, but they're like open linear, and like it's easier. And the first one's probably the most difficult one on the sense of like trying to get through the levels because there's certain things that like honestly like if you didn't have the time to dedicate yourself to, you're just gonna give up on it because you're just kind of like, well, fuck, I don't even know where to go at this point, or I don't understand how to
Have you
do
been?
this. And
All right, so
like,
we're talking about Kingdom Hearts, and this is like a retro game. So like,
mhm.
have you ever played Max Payne, like the original Max Payne?
Yeah, well, I think I
Bro,
played
that
more
game.
Max Payne 2 than I played Max Payne 1 because Max Payne 2 is legit on PS2.
Max Payne 2 and 1. I have them on PC, but I haven't revisited them yet. But like, bro, Max Payne 1, I actually bought that on the PS4 just to play it again. Lit game. Great. Still as fun as it was. And then I also got Max Payne 1 and 2 on the PC. And I revisited it too. I haven't finished it again, but I was playing it and it was like the gameplay is super fun. I'm like, yo, it's just great memories. Like those two
That's
games is what really like I don't know. I played those a lot when I was in elementary school. A lot. Like over like back to like I've always been a person like see people think I'm crazy now about how many times I play The Last of Us, but I've always been the type of person when I like a game, I could play it over and over again with no care at all.
damn.
Like I do that still today. Like back in the day, like Ratchet and Clank, I used to play like I'll beat Ratchet and Clank, started up, beat Ratchet and Clank, started up again, or like I beat Max Payne. Like I could just do that. You know what I mean? I just could do that. Just keep. So
I mean,
that's where I am with The Last of Us. But I'm trying to stop just because I know that now I'm a streamer. Like people
yeah,
would want to watch it, but there's some people who get fed up with that. Like you know, so it's like, okay.
yeah. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like something I was obsessed with, and that's how I'm playing it now. I'm just not playing it as consistent because I'm just enjoying everything. I mean, because like Final Fantasy VII, obviously the remake coming out it's fantastic. Like honestly, like that's probably the best game they bled out in a long time, and I say that including the Kingdom Hearts series because again, like when you look at the way they designed Kingdom Hearts and how I guess I'll call them the showrunner, like you could tell like Final Fantasy, at least right now, as far as I've gotten to, they have a plan on where this is going, and that's something that like I really appreciate. And the battle system, I mean, I have a blast. That's the only thing I've pretty much been streaming at this point because it's fantastic. I mean, I want to cry every time I play it because it took me 3 years to pass the original,
Right.
and that shit was stupid. And honestly, it was stupid that it took me 3 years. Like, stupid.
Okay, so I brought up Ratchet and Clank. Okay, look, do you like Ratchet and Clank? Like okay, I know a lot of people just got started with this remake, which I feel like isn't the greatest Ratchet and Clank game to get started on.
It's fun, but it's not the greatest. No.
Yeah, you. So wait, how long even? Wait, you played the OG?
I have played the OG
PS3 version?
games. I wasn't obviously at the time I didn't own the console. I would only play it as frequent as I would and visit my cousin. Because really the only game like consoles I ever really truly owned was a PS1, the old school Square, like the small one, and a GameCube. Up until I purchased my PS3 and all that, but like I never really was able to invest in playing that more. So I've played those games in segments. I've just never really fully completed all of them because obviously I didn't own a console at the time. But I did enjoy them. Like they were
I
fun.
think you miss. I think you like. They really do have a narrative too. Like they didn't really get super cinematic until PS3 days with the Future trilogy, but honestly, it has a very good like narrative to follow. It doesn't get super strong until the PS3 games, just because PS3 games weren't super cinematic back in the day. I feel like, but I feel like Ratchet and Clank is definitely one of the more goated PlayStation exclusives, but nobody truly knows because that remake was lacking in such like material and content and context of the game, and they changed a lot of stuff that it just doesn't truly represent what Ratchet and Clank is. That's just what I think.
Well, actually, I got a
That's
question.
actually what a lot of people think.
No, that's fair. I got a question for you from one of our viewers right now. Are you excited for another possible installment? And did you like the movie?
Okay. See, the movie, I did like it just because I'm a fan, but I feel like for people who don't know what Ratchet and Clank is, the movie, it does have its issues. But me, I'm a fan. I'm gonna like it anyways. I feel like as a normal watcher, you're not gonna really like it. Like, but for me, yes, I love the movie. It was definitely like it hit for me, just memory lanes, and it was nice to see it as on TV. Like I've always not TV, but as an animated film, I've always wanted to see it like that, and I got the chance to. And then for a PS5 game, I would be as excited for that as I am for the Last Part. And I'm not making this up. Like Ratchet Clank,
that's legit.
as long as it's not another remake, as long as they do something that goes back to the future trilogy, the story they had going on, and continue it from into the next, I'd be just as ecstatic as I was for The Last of Us Part 2. Even if there's a remake, I'll be excited, but I'll be very like mindful that it's a remake because of how the first one was. You know what I mean? But like Ratchet Clank, the original Ratchet Clank soundtrack is like one of like the songs is like one of the most memorable soundtracks I've like just ever have heard in a video game. And that's because I played it when I was so young, and I still play that game today.
Hmm.
So,
That's fair.
like, I originally played that game when I was like 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 20, and I can still go back and play that original game, that original Ratchet Clank, and not even be bored of it. So
I feel that.
it aged very well.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I mean, and to answer his next comment was definitely not the writing, the soundtrack, all that lacking in the remake. He's referring to Final Fantasy. And for one thing, I want to really express is that one, it's a remake, and they did stick to, if you know 7 like by heart, they used a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of the way like Cloud expressed himself in what seemed like a very minute diluted script was really how the game was. And that's a lot, like that was something that I brought up in my first episode of my podcast, where when you think of the dialogue in this game, you're just kind of like, what the fuck, this is so short, and it's almost seems like diluted and missing something. Right. But like that was really like, oh never mind, he's talking about Ratchet and Clank. Never mind. Ratchet and Clank? Oh, okay, he's talking about the remake on that. I thought he was talking about Final Fantasy, and I was just like,
Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank soundtrack for the remake was definitely generic as hell. It was generic.
Okay. That's super funny.
Yeah.
That's super funny.
I was doing way on this whole side tangent. You didn't mean that.
I love that. Oh, now, hell yeah. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I think I definitely need to revisit. I think PlayStation Now has a couple of them, don't they? At this point.
This PlayStation Now. No, they only put like, I think the only one they put on there is like Nexus. They only have like one mainline game on PlayStation Now, and that's into the Nexus.
I guess I need to find a way to play those again, because I know I enjoyed them, like no doubt. Like they were fun games, and I didn't own a console to see it through.
Bro, I might hook up my PS3 after this.
Shit, man.
I might hop in.
PS3 was my favorite console outside of the GameCube, because GameCube was legit.
Okay, the thing about PS3, it was better than the PS4 in this aspect. Okay, It's better than the PlayStation 4 when it comes to multiplayer. I feel like PlayStation is lacking in multiplayer games. Like this generation is lacking in multiplayer so hard. I cannot make this up.
I could get behind that, like on like certain degrees, because I know the community in PS3 was so much better. I remember I'd be on the game chat constantly talking to someone, whether it was zombies from Call of Duty or to some like indie game, you know, and I think that was really great about it, because I'd be playing from people all around the world, and for some reason, like whenever the party system started becoming a thing and like everyone just kind of isolated themselves in PS4, because mind you, their whole directive with games with PS4 was.
What you're saying, I just thought what you were saying earlier. I think when it comes to Ratchet and Clank, they have the Nexus, the full frontal assault. Like the only mainline ones they have is the future ones, but it's only Crack in Time and Nexus. I think. I don't think they have Quest for Booty on there or Tools of Destruction. I think it's just Crack in Time and Nexus. So it's not even really like worth investing the time into. Just you're not getting the full thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, also, like, just their direction as a business. Like, I remember at E3 and they announced PS4, and then you look at Xbox One. Like, Xbox One was focusing all this bullshit features on, like, TV and, like,
DRM, all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, all the shit that didn't really matter to gaming. And then, like, Sony was very big on, like, single-player driven.
I think they're trying to, like, unite, like, different industries together. Like I don't know. I guess people who aren't really gamers would want to try it out. Like I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking.
I don't know. It's different. I mean, like for me, like I'm not a big multiplayer guy. I love it just to interact with my friends, obviously, because I right now I'm playing Paladins with my younger brother and my friend Joseph. I've been playing Smite and like, but like now, like when I say that, they're not actually core Sony games.
Did you ever like get like super into Destiny or no?
Dude, I was into it. D1 for sure. Fuck D2. Like D2 wasn't
Yeah,
like
D
about
one was
it.
way better. Okay, I like D2 at the beginning, but
Yeah.
D2 got old after a while. The exotics and like how to the progression, they just did something that wasn't right about it. I don't know. I didn't really like it. I feel like it was too easy to obtain, way too easy.
Yeah, they made the grind easier, but like just made it less fun that way. So it's just kind of like, all right, well, fuck. Like now it's just, you kind of have everything and that's it. But I don't know. After a while, it was just also like lack of time to play and stay committed. Because once there was a certain point where they updated it, and you're like, what the fuck is this now? Like everything just changed from like one day to the next.
Right.
And that one turned me off because I'm just like, well, fuck, now I got to relearn all this shit again. So that was definitely another like
This might be
taking
a
away from
random
that.
change in topics, but this we have to talk about The Last of Us for a second.
Oh,
So
dude,
my friend
always
just
let's do
texted
it.
me, and she said that she thinks this. I've already heard this, and I just don't believe it. She thinks the Mystery Woman is Ellie's sister. I don't get where people
So,
get that from.
okay.
What do you think? I'm asking you.
So,
What do you
so,
think?
so, so Mystery Woman from what do you call it? Trailer? Or are we talking about the new casting that happened? The one you posted. You did a video on her. I think I commented to you on that one.
About the Mystery Woman?
Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts. I'll just hear your thoughts right here.
So Mystery Woman is the cult trailer,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
really looking at it, I think it's Anna. I think it's her mom. And I think
Think it's her
it's
mom.
I really think it's the mom because I think a lot of what this game is going to drive is the culture of hate and how it starts. Because at this point, like I think Ellie's going to find out a lot of dark shit about everything that's been going on in her life. One being the fact that Joel lied, and that's going to be the domino
Oh
effect
yeah, of
that
course
starts
she's
it
gonna
off.
figure it.
And
Yeah, I already know she's gonna figure that out.
also I think Neil Druckmann's addressed that she has. Now I think about it, because if you saw One Night Only, which is on YouTube, anyone could look that up right now. They do the last scene, which is like an epilogue where, they're about to play the guitar and they have this really awkward acknowledgement of, yeah, I kind of know you lied. And then from there, he talks about how the relationship is broken or whatever.
Right.
Anyway, going back to the question, I really think it's Anna, and I think she's gonna find out. Basically, I forgot that group. I know they have a name. Was it the Wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she's gonna. Yeah, she's gonna find out like basically what happened to her mom, and I think the way they're gonna play that out is just like they're hearing the story from someone else, and the flashback is playing partially as her mom at some point, and I think they're just gonna really reflect on why she has this hate for these people, because obviously we know, I think right now we're uncertain about it being killed as Dina. We're uncertain about that. We know they don't kill Joel because in the E3 they mentioned how Joel was basically later into the game where the scene's being introduced, so that's not necessarily happening, but he's helping her do this mission anyway. So that I really think she finds out these wolves are the reason that her mom is dead, and basically that's part of it.
No,
That's
like,
part
I
of
don't
it.
like
It's far-fetched because we don't know what that relationship means to her because they haven't touched on it, because that's the problem. It's always been Joel and Ellie, and they haven't really touched on one Sarah in a way. Like if you really think about like the innermost feelings of Joel.
Mystery Woman,
Mm-hmm.
when I think of the Mystery Woman, bro, I just think of a new character, like somebody we've never met, somebody who's gonna get fleshed out. Like I don't see it as like a sister, a long lost mom, Anna. Like I just don't see it as any of that. I just don't.
I mean,
It might sound weird. I just don't.
yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, I think for me, like, it would make more sense to the amount of hatred she has for this mission. Because obviously, like, there's going to be a breaking point of why she does this. And that's what we need to know. Like, because it doesn't make sense. Obviously she grew up, right? But we don't know exactly why she's turning this way. And the fact that, like, again, they revealed that it being in Seattle, that's way down the road in the game. It's just kind of like, well, what the fuck is she doing? And why is there really like 4 factions being talked about here? And like,
I think I wonder. I just need to see like what excites me most. I want to see Yara and Lev for sure. What they have to do with the story. And I also want to see like how the Fireflies could come into play within this narrative.
So with this narrative, boom. So I forgot the name of this girl, but you actually did a video on this, and I remember like, oh my god, this is fucking Queen Firefly's daughter. Like, I know it sounds far fetched.
You talking about Chelsea Tavares?
There we go. Yes, that's her name.
Yeah.
I really think that's her daughter. Like, I think
Marlene's daughter.
Yeah, I think it's Marlene's. Yeah, I really think so because, I think.
Or she's not. We don't. Okay, wait. I'm not gonna say Cat because that's who I think it is. I think it's Cat.
Yeah.
I think it's Marlene's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I really think it's Marlene's daughter because I think what this game's going to really show a reflection of, because like as we talk about the theme of survival and love and how that's a positive thing, this game's going to show the darkest sides and the consequences to those actions in the past. So I think there's going to be a part in this where the Fireflies are now back. I wouldn't say they're stronger or like they're now this bigger faction. They're probably not. They're probably still weak and diminished or whatever. But they find out, Joel is somewhere, and now they get into this altercation where I don't know if he'll die, but I think they come after him because they know, like, the hatred, the same theme of hatred she has for Joel, because she knows Joel killed her mother and pretty much killed, the opportunity to save the fucking world. So I think that's enough feedback or like enough information for her to just kind of like register, like, yeah, fuck Joel. And that's kind of where my head is with that. The other factions are a mystery to me. And that's the only thing. Like, I know this game is huge. Like, what scares me is that there's so much to it that, like, how are they really going to connect the dots here? Like, with 3 different factions. Because it seems really difficult to go... Because I know they broke it up into seasons and, they talk about their experiences there. But, like, are they going to just eliminate one and then go to the next? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like, how do you not do that generically? You know what I mean? So I'm curious what Neil Druckmann and the rest of the Night Dog team are going to show us, because I know for a fact that Troy Baker's like, hey, you need to trust them, because at some point he says you're going to hate the game. You're going to hate it. And I think it's true. I think there's going to be a segment we will hate.
I refuse to hate the game. Like, I know this story might do something to make you like, bro, why would they do that? But I think I have open arms for anything about that.
I mean,
honestly, so genuinely honest. Like, whatever happens, I'm literally ready for it, and nothing is gonna get in between. Like, I gotta play this game.
No, me too, man. I mean, I'm not gonna hate it. I know it's gonna fuck with my emotions for sure.
You ever think about how the game is finished, right? But they just don't know how to get it out to us.
I mean, okay, so actually I'm glad you brought that up. So one of our viewers that's actually watching right now sent me his, you wouldn't call it a conspiracy theory, but like, he really thinks, and I'm just going to wrap it in a nutshell because it's really kind of expressing how right now really the only main title that's been delayed is The Last of Us Part 2. And, obviously Iron Man, but honestly, I didn't care for that. I don't know if anyone really did. But he talks about how, like, really, like, this goes back to the whole crunch mode. And I know your thoughts on that already. Like, I know we kind of already discussed, like, well, not we already discussed. You have a whole video explaining, like what you feel and how you feel about that.
I don't care, honestly. Like, I feel like they know, you know what you're signing up for, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and that's why, like, his thing.
Like, I just want to go to school for be a game dev, and I'm literally reading that, and I'm still saying, like, whatever.
Yeah, no, and for me, like when, I mean, to me, it makes perfect sense if that's why it is delayed, though. Like, if they just realize they're not going to finish on time. Because if it is really the whole... Because, I mean, mind you, they could do what Final Fantasy did.
And I don't think they're lying about it, though. Personally, I think they're being honest.
I mean, maybe. I mean, like, for me, like, if they are, then if they're not lying, then cool. I mean, if they are lying, I don't blame them. Like
I
it
just
just
need
kind
them
of
to
is
come
what
out
it
and
is.
just tell us when are we getting. Like, we're waiting in limbo right now. We have
Yeah,
no idea when they're gonna tell us when this game's coming out. We have no idea when it's coming out. We're sitting here with no release date. We're waiting for a game that we don't even know how long we're waiting for.
yeah. I mean, again,
It's
like
bad.
for me, like unfortunately, like with Uncharted 4, Kingdom Hearts 3, it's been countless games that like in my career I'm like, yeah, I'm ready, and then gets delayed like four more fucking times, and I'm like, fuck
Yeah, bro.
it, you
Trying
know,
four
like.
delays were crazy, bro.
Like, at least for me,
Trying
like I'm very like I'm patient. I mean, at the end of the day, like I think I'm gonna love this game, and if it is because of the whole animators crunch thing and people are upset, and obviously it's also harder to work together because Corona, obviously with
yeah,
being the thing,
they're at
and
the house.
so it's just one of those things where like I'm very okay with like where it goes. I mean, like if it is that and it is what it is, then oh well, it kind of
Right.
is.
It's just weird to think that, like, I don't know. I just find it really, really freaking crazy that like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just stuck on the fact that the game is it could have been here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
After talking about it for so long, doing all these videos and stuff, and it's like it's not here yet. It's like, damn, you know what I mean? It's
No,
crazy.
I mean I agree. So our viewer just said this really quick. They don't have a history of complete honesty though, so it's kind of iffy. And his next comment said, "The crunch centered around animators, and animation is one of the few things that would require immense coordination and close meetups. So that might be the case." Which honestly, I think that's more plausible because I mean, them being based out of LA and those being one of the biggest, highly influenced, infected at this point. I really think like I'm hoping they say June. I mean, I hope it takes Ghost of Tsushima's release date and they just move that over to like October or some
August
shit.
1st or some shit like that. That's like the rumor, at least.
Yeah, and see, and I thought they confirmed that. I was actually just telling him about that, and then and I was obviously wrong. But it's one of those things where like I don't know when it gets here, it gets here. I'm stoked nonetheless, and it's going to be legit for sure.
Yep.
Let's see.
I have that's pretty much where I stand on the whole Last of Us thing. It's just day by day, day by day.
But man, I agree. I mean, I hope they drop a trailer at least, and I don't know what the fuck. I hope they do something.
I don't think the trailer's coming until they find out a release date. There's just no way.
I hope
I
so.
think the next trailer is the release date. The next story trailer is the release date.
Hopefully, I really hope so because we need fucking something.
We're running out of time, bro. It's April. This PS5 is about to come out like this year.
See, and that's probably the other conversation they're having because they're just kind of like, well, fuck, might as well.
The play PS5.
Yeah, and if they do that, I would be pissed. That's probably the one time I would be pissed because now I'm just gonna be like, well, what the fuck, like. You're not gonna release it on PS4 after all. Like I don't think they'll do that, but like for any reason,
the game is not gonna come on PS because if they do that, they're taking L. There's over 100 million PS4s out there. There's only gonna be about 5 to 6 million PS5s.
Yeah,
it's gonna affect the
it's
whole
limited quantity, right?
Yeah, there's gonna be, that's gonna F over themselves. And Naughty Dog spent years and years worth of like work and millions of dollars worth in production. I'm sure that they wouldn't want to lose that.
No, no, I agree. I mean that shit's crazy. But what do you call it?
They take that L if they release on PS5. I just think they need to hurry up and do it though. Like we are running out of time.
I mean, personally, dude, fuck it.
To...
I'll get the digital and I'll buy my collectors. I don't care. Just fucking tell me. Like tell me when it's happening. Cause
even if the game was just released digitally, I'll still take it. Like even though I'm against it, just because I feel it's not fair for everybody. I would still have the game regardless. So it's like, do what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I mean, that's what I hope they do. Because honestly, fuck it. Like, I don't got time for this shit. Like, I just want to play the goddamn thing.
The fucking game. We need the game. I need the game. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty sick. Like.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, again, he just mentioned it could be a year or more. Hopefully, it's not. I mean, more than anything, hopefully it's not. I hope they fucking don't do that. More than anything, fuck that. I can't wait another year. Especially with
Yeah.
all the data we've had and the screenshots that got leaked and all this
Yeah,
bullshit.
I don't think they'll make us wait another year though.
I hope
Impossible.
not. I mean, it's if they need to. I mean, I don't even know how much it's affecting them on a business standpoint. Because like, if you think about it, like everyone's buying shit right now to stay entertained. So I mean, it's not like it's gonna make their quarter or their fiscal year by any means. But
Right.
I'm curious if that does hurt them. I mean, considering like the halt on it and also like the negative equity on it at that point, because like now they just have a game that's complete that's not released.
I just wonder like right now because I know they're talking. I know like of course they know what they're gonna do. I'm not saying they know what they're gonna do right now, but they have an idea. I'm sure of like how this is gonna work. I wonder how they feel about it if they're confident in it. That's what I want to know. I wonder if like Neil's sitting there, if he's stressing this low key, or if like the team is stressing. But I want to know how they feel. Like we know how we feel, but they worked on the game. They need to get their money back. They need to get what they've worked for. So it's like,
I mean,
how do they feel? Like, you know what I mean? You're so excited about the drop. You're like your biggest game. Everybody's anticipating it. You're proud of your work, and now it's like I can't even get it out there because of the situation that the world's in. That's trash.
Yeah, dude.
Like, everybody sees it from our point of view, but we're not seeing it from the creator's point of view.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that shit's something else. That's for sure. It's definitely something else.
That's trash. It's trash you feeling, no doubt.
For sure. What do you call it? Hey, so let's talk about your community.
Okay.
Yeah, I really want to talk about like, obviously, as you get bigger, it's harder to maintain like that positive energy. And right now, obviously, like we got a great listener right now, fucking giving us all kinds of shit. Like
so like right now with everything that's going on with the game, and just like my news video is starting to get like reach out to 20,000 people each video. It's kind of hard to control what people are saying. Obviously, you get some pretty icky comments, like either somebody's trying to trash me just because they're mad about the delay. Because I was personally saying it wasn't gonna get delayed, so there's a few people upset. There's also people who they don't like Nils Druckmann's like what he's doing with the game, so people like to comment on that. People just like to be angry regardless, to attack other people. So that can get pretty toxic. People want the game, begging for the game. So like, yeah, I see what's going on with there, but like when it comes to my live streams, it's very like laid back, very chill for like the hardcore fan base, for the people who just want to be cool and communicate with each other. And I got my mods, like my team, that like help watch over the chat and stuff, keep things really clean, and you just get rid of all the ickiness. And that's really like my Twitter community and like my YouTube streaming community is where it's like really strong, very close bound and like positive. The YouTube comment section in my videos, like there's no control in it. I don't even really read the comments anymore. To be honest, I don't even read them. Like I'll read a few, but I don't. It's too many comments to go through for one. Even then, even though it's too many comments to go through, I still like to read. It's the fact that they're so toxic, they make my head hurt, and it's like it's frustrating, and it puts you in a bad mood. So I'm not even about to read. Stay away from them. But I think just the bigger you get, it's like the worse off it is, the bigger you get with what you're doing.
I mean, it's just like everyone's interpretation of fame. Like they think you have it all, and it comes with a bunch of fucking baggage that comes with it. Like it's true.
It's like I only see myself like the longer I do this, like the bigger I'm gonna get. I feel like so it's like I gotta learn how to deal with it now, because if I think it's bad now, it's only gonna get worse later on. So
yeah, unfortunately, I mean, like people can just be really shitty. I mean, like I remember like the one live stream I was on, and you were just pretty much just putting your foot down on like how your mod was acting. You know what I mean?
I was like, bro, why are you acting like that? I modded him. I done modded him. I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I think you were playing Doom Eternal.
Yeah, that's whenever the sub boxes are broken too. So like it was only like a few people there, and it's like, why? Like, bro, there's barely anybody here, and you're being mean. There's no way that like that's a bad look. You know what I mean? If the smaller it is, the cooler it should be. The easier, more lighthearted it should be. The bigger it is, I can see if it gets a little bit out of hand. But like my bigger streams, like ever since sub boxes came back, we haven't had like any problems at all. But like I feel like whenever things get like super small, like people want to act out. It's just weird, you know what I mean? But it's not too big a deal.
I mean, it's because like when it's smaller, they just have a bigger voice. You know what I mean? Like it gets through the crowd quicker than them being in like a stream of like 200 people. Like, and it makes sense. I mean, like it's just crazy, like how like you have to be the dictator of that shit. You know what I mean? It's just like fuck, you know, like you're just here trying to play the
Yeah.
goddamn game, and here we are, fucking.
And then I gotta, but sometimes I gotta step in to try to like solve something that's going on. It just feels very like childish, you know what I mean? Like,
Shit, no,
no one wants to do that.
I feel that, dude. Like, I manage
Yeah.
a venue where, you know, everyone should be an adult because we're working. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
more than
Right.
anything. And it's just like, if you ain't working, then what the fuck? You know? It's just one of those
Yeah.
things where you just gotta keep shit in line. And just kind of how it is.
Yeah, it's all good though. Like I feel like my community is very positive though. It's very loving.
I think so.
They're also really really fucking generous too. Like the amount of like kindness they show to each other and to me is ridiculous, honestly. Even just like with just like with the support, like how much they show up, you know, make sure like to like it up and everything. New subscribers, people that donate to the streams or become members, like it's just crazy. Like I don't know, it's crazy to me because like really now, YouTube is actually my job. Like I don't even work. Like I just like I go to school full time and then I just do this. You know what I mean? So
That's crazy. I mean, it's cool that you can do that, though. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I knew, like,
I feel like it's like I feel like I have my own business in a way.
yeah, I mean, because like, there's
like,
marketing, there's building the
like,
content, and like all that shit.
I do a lot of work on it. Like I really do like a lot of stuff behind like that try to propel myself forward. Like there's a lot of things I try to incorporate into it, and I'm still learning more stuff as I go on. But I feel like when I truly do figure it out, I don't want to say I want to be a full-time creator, but I think I have potential to be a full-time creator. You know?
No, I think so too, man. I mean, like,
I'm not trying to sound like narcissistic or anything. I just feel like I could. It's something I could try.
I mean, honestly, like again, I don't like just anything. Like again, I've
Right.
stated it more than once on this podcast where like you were one of the first persons I've actually followed because I enjoyed the formatting of the videos and the information that
Right.
comes with it, and also just like how genuine you are as
I'm
a
also
person.
trying to improve. Like even right now, I'm improving on trying to like make my video content more enjoyable to look at.
Yeah.
So like even though like even my news videos right now, I'm working on ways to make it more presentable. Even though like it's good now, I feel like I still want to make it even better. So like so
Yeah.
we're like somebody else. If you weren't like turning your eye then, you're turning it now. And also I want to do that. My new like super in depth content. Like I'm just trying to evolve and like do more. So like I could bring in like more people who would like my content, me as a person. So
I mean,
it's gonna take some time to introduce it all and like get it rolling. But I feel like once I get it rolling, like it's gonna be awesome. I feel like it's coming. But like stream wise, like I've been streaming a lot. Like I feel like now like I could be a streamer as well. Like how much I stream, people like watch my streams. People like to watch the videos. So it's like I'm just trying to keep opening my horizons to what I do. Just be more of an entertainer. You know what I'm saying?
no, I agree. I mean, like I've seen my notification on YouTube is just half the time it's just you. Like,
So
fucking, like my notifications on YouTube half the time it's just you. Like oh, going on the stream, and I'm like, oh, I'll check it out later because I'm doing this or whatever. But like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been doing a lot of stuff.
You know, every time I go live, you get the notification like, oh, Tajae's live. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like most of your live streams are dope, man. Like I really enjoy them. Again, like you're really chill. It's a good environment. I mean, it's a good vibe. You know, I'm a very vibe person.
Streams, everybody loves those. The grounded streams, everybody shows up to. It's crazy. Like people really love those. But I'm just on a break from it right now. Like I'm gonna return to it. You know, like I'm definitely gonna get the people what they want. I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Like
No, I agree. I mean, it's one of those things where like it's cool to know that like you're on the forefront of what you want to do. Because that's the problem.
Right.
Like when people like look at business, like a lot of them just kind of like want to stay to what they know, and they don't want to expand or elaborate or understand the deeper meaning to why. You know, why do I do this? Or you know, hey, why can't this be better? And like it's that drive that like makes people fucking successful. And honestly, like if what's cool, like what I've liked about myself within the last couple of days of my episodes in between, like you look at my first one. And obviously, I'm still learning how to operate OBS and like a bunch of other bullshit.
But now you're getting better at it. You're improving. You know what I mean? Like,
that's definitely, no doubt.
What you gotta do. Like you just keep pushing. That's like to any creator. Like I feel like anybody who wants to be a creator, like please just start it. Like don't be afraid of you being you lacking the viewership or you lacking like the skill set that the person that you're looking up to has. Because like at the end of the day, you're just starting. Like you're going to pick up skills as you go. Like if you go to my channel from the first video and you come up to where I'm at right now, I've definitely just developed so much like into the person. Like even my very first stream ever, compared to me now, it's like you develop as a creator over time. So I feel like people need to just give it a shot, and anybody can do it. Like anybody can open up a YouTube account. Anybody can
It's
get the
true.
basics.
It's true,
Yeah,
and
so
I
it's
was
like
talking about that. Like my setup right now officially has cost me $3, and like I have not. This is just equipment I've had around the house, and I didn't realize I
right,
could just do it. Like
right,
I think the other day I was bitching about like not having a camera because like I have an integrated webcam, but it looks like shit like most integrated
right.
webcams. So I was just kind of like, well, what am I going to do? And you know, I was here trying to shop, and I'm like, well, fuck, I don't even have a job right now.
Exactly.
So
Like you
what
could just,
you know?
yeah.
So I just
Like me.
continue to figure that out. You know, more and
So
more.
I use
That's the goal.
part of my refund check actually for school. That's how I got like my initial
Mm-hmm.
blue snowball bike, and my snowball I bought off a friend as a hand me down. Which
Mm-hmm.
I got my initial stuff like $100, and I use my school laptop. But as like YouTube started picking up, and I like became a YouTube partner, and more people started showing up, I was like, okay, this summer I'm gonna get a job and invest into this PC. I remember I bought the PC, and just things start climbing up, and now like I'm starting to get like much more high quality stuff. Like this mic that
Yeah.
sure SM7B. This is like a like $700-800 rig. But like what I did
Shit.
was I made sure I made sure what I got from YouTube, like from people's support, that I put it back into myself first, so I
Yeah.
can improve like the stuff I have. So like this chair, I just bought this chair, just bought this mic.
Mm-hmm.
I got like the cloud lifter for it, the interface. You know what I mean? You just gotta like, and also now also buy games with it, the stream that I'm doing right now.
Nah,
And
hell
yeah,
yeah,
like I got
man.
the
I mean,
webcam a while back, but like, I also want to invest into a new camera though. Like I want to get like a DSLR, like actual camera
yeah.
instead of like a webcam. Yeah, because I feel like it just up the quality. I just want to keep like upping myself as I
No,
go.
I mean I agree, man. I mean like I said, like I've been using at this point in time, like I said, I transformed my phone, which has 4K capability, into my webcam,
Right,
so I don't have to buy a
right.
deal at
Yeah,
least for a
you can like
while. You know, like it's just one of those
yeah
things
until
where we're just definitely trying to, you know, be innovative with what we got and just go,
yeah
you know,
until
go
you
forward.
just feel like you're ready to move on to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I
It
mean,
makes sense.
yeah, it's dope, dude. I mean, I've enjoyed the fuck out of doing this, especially like live has been really fun, honestly. Like, I know right now, I think throughout most of the stream, I've been at 5 years, but it's fucking dope. I mean, it's fun. It's one of those things where
Right. You
I'm
said you've
glad.
been doing YouTube for 5 years or no? Or
Well,
you,
no, I just started this podcast, like, and the streaming, like, consistently, probably around, like, beginning of March.
oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you're brand new.
Yeah, I'm pretty
That's
much new to
exciting,
this
bro.
scene.
Bro, just wait and see where you're at in like a year or so, bro. It's gonna be further than what you are right now. No matter how big or small, it's gonna be further. Like
Yeah.
even if you don't, let's say you don't come along, like I guess like fan base, you as a creator, or you're gonna be evolved. Trust. You're gonna look back at yourself and you're gonna be like, man, like I really came a long way, like with my skill sets.
Yeah.
Like that's
No,
just fact.
no, I agree with
Because
that.
I have
Hell
a
yeah.
friend, I have a YouTube friend. Like we started, like I met him on YouTube. He had, like I had like 30 some subs, and he had like 50 or something like that. And like he has like 400 subs now. But the thing is, even though he hasn't like grown a lot of like fan base,
Mhm.
he's grown so much as a creator. Like he's like a very good creator. Like he's improved exponentially as a creator.
That's dope.
Like he's really cool. Like I still talk to him to this day. Like, I still chop it up with him. It's crazy.
Hell yeah, man. That's the way to fucking do it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think at this point it's more like a me thing more than anything. Like, it's just something I enjoy. Again, having conversations
Right.
like
Yeah.
this,
It's like a hobby. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if I'll ever move forward to like doing like what you're doing at this point because it's fucking cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I'll tell you what, but it's definitely more
Right.
like for me right now. It's definitely like one of the best hobbies I've had because I just enjoy it and I get to connect with
For me,
tight
it's
ass
like a
people.
hobby slash job. You know, like it's like both for me. So it's like I take it super serious though. Like I take it really serious.
Oh, you do? Nah, it shows for
Yeah.
sure. Oh yeah, man, that's good shit. Um, no, man. I mean, well, I honestly don't have a lot more. I think at this point, like, typically my shows run like an hour.
Okay.
Unless do you got anything else for me? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Bruh, I don't know. I think that's think that's good.
I think it's good too, man.
We touched on quite a bit. We touched on like some nostalgic things. Touched on like me starting up. We touched on you as well. So I think this can conclude it.
For sure. And I mean,
Pretty good.
we could definitely bring you on when the game releases and we have some serious
after
conversations.
a chance to play it, yeah, we can have a lot more to talk about then.
Oh,
Sure.
fuck yeah, man! That's gonna be a great follow up episode because it's just gonna be us
Right.
fucking either crying or whatever the fuck's gonna make us feel like.
Right. I can't wait, bro. Like I don't know, cause right now I don't know if I'm getting a review copy or not, but like I feel like the possibility is definitely there.
Dude,
I literally
so
think
jealous.
try. I'm gonna try. We're gonna see what's up. But if not, I'm gonna just live stream it. If I get it earlier, I'm gonna definitely have my review ready on deck. I'm gonna like have the walkthrough ready. I'm excited for it. Either no matter how I'm getting this game, I'm still excited regardless, and I'm gonna be covering it. So
That's badass, man. I mean, well, I'm happy for you if it does happen.
that'd be sick.
Like, that's gonna be fucking dope. I mean, don't spoil shit. That's all I'm saying.
Nah. No way.
That's badass, man.
Yeah.
Good shit. All right, guys. Well, thanks for everyone tuning in today. Appreciate you, Tajae, for taking the time. It's been a great conversation, and like always,
I think dinner's ready too. So it's like best great time, man. I think I got some pizza down.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much, everyone that's here. Appreciate everyone in the comments. Y'all come out to more live streams. They're definitely gonna happen. Check out Tajae. He's definitely gonna have his link up in my channel. He's already promoted on my channel, so hit that guy up. Check him out. He does some good shit.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, no problem, man. I mean,
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna keep up with you. Hopefully, bro. Bro. Letting you know right now, you're bro. This podcast is gonna come a long way. You watch. 365 days from now, you're gonna look back like, damn, like it's crazy. I'm telling you.
Fuck yeah, man.
I'm telling you.
I appreciate
All
that. But thank you so much, man. Thank you, everyone. Again, hit me up if you guys want to be a part of the podcast, and we will totally shoot the shit. Thank you so much, guys. All right, bye.
All right, man.